So in this video, we will learn how to create Zoho Sheet records for WooCommerce orders. Now suppose guys you own a WooCommerce store and you want that whenever you'll receive a new order on your store, you want to add those order details as a new row in Zoho Sheets. Now you can completely automate this process, and the trigger of this automation will be receiving a new order in WooCommerce, and the action will be addition of those order details as a new row in Zoho Sheets. Now how you can set up this automation? To know this, you have to come with me to my screen.
So first of all, we will go to a browser and search for pabbly.com/connect. And after reaching to the landing page of Pabbly Connect, by clicking on sign up free, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. Or if you already have an account, just click on sign in. So I will sign into my own Pabbly Connect account. And after signing in, we will reach to this all apps page of Pabbly. Here we just have to click on access now below Pabbly Connect. And now we can see that we have reached to Pabbly Connect's dashboard. In this dashboard, just click on create workflow and give this workflow a name. For example, I would like to name my workflow as WooCommerce to Zoho Sheets. And then just click on create. And now we can see that our workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have two different windows. First one is trigger window, second one is action window. So triggers and actions are basically those two concepts, those two principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with the trigger window. So the idea here is first we have to get the details or the data of new order which we are receiving on our WooCommerce store in Pabbly Connect. After that, using Pabbly Connect, we will send those new order details to Zoho Sheets so that we can add that data as a new row over there. So let's begin. So here in trigger window, in choose app, we will first search for WooCommerce. WooCommerce it is, just select it. And after that, in trigger event from the drop down, select new order created. After selecting our trigger event, Pabbly Connect gave us a webhook URL. Now we will use this webhook URL to make the connection between WooCommerce and Pabbly Connect. So just copy this webhook URL from here and then you just have to follow the help text given below over here. So we will go to a WordPress site where I have installed my WooCommerce plugin. So this is my WooCommerce store plugin. Just hover on it and go to WooCommerce settings. After reaching to the settings page, here we just have to click on advanced. And then after clicking on advanced, we can see several options over here, out of which click on webhooks. And at this webhook page, you can see all the webhook URLs added on our WooCommerce store can be seen over here. So we just have to click on this add webhook button. And then at this page, we will enter the details. For example, I would like to name my webhook URL as PC Pabbly Connect that is. Then after that, it is asking us for the status. So from the drop down, I'll just change the status to active. Then it is asking us for the topic. So here we have a list of different topics, out of which we will select order created. Just select it. And then it is asking us for the delivery URL. So here in delivery URL section, we have to paste the same webhook URL which Pabbly Connect gave us. We have copied the webhook URL from here and pasted it over here. And after all of this, just click on save webhook. And yes, now we can see that we have successfully connected our WooCommerce store with Pabbly Connect using this webhook URL. Now every time we will receive a new order in our WooCommerce store, the details of that order will be captured inside Pabbly Connect. And we are going to do the same. First, we are going to click on this recapture webhook response button. So it has changed to waiting for webhook response. And now we are going to place a test order, a dummy order on our WooCommerce store. So let's visit our WooCommerce store over here. Let's open our store in a new tab and let's place a test order. So here I have some products out of which there is a product named as round neck black t-shirt. So we are going to place an order for this product. Just click here. And after that, just click on this proceed to checkout button. Now at this checkout page, we have to enter the billing details of a dummy customer. So I have entered a name of a dummy customer that is sample demo. This is the address of this customer, a dummy address. This is a dummy phone number and a dummy email address. So after entering all of these details of a dummy customer, just click on this place order and we will see that we have received a new order on our WooCommerce store. And this is it. So because we have connected our WooCommerce store with Pabbly Connect, after placing this test order, we will see the details of this order. This order, same order which we have placed just now, will be captured inside Pabbly Connect workflow as well. So we are going to just wait for a few seconds over here. And yes, within few seconds, we can see that we have received a response over here. And we will see this response, we will see all the details of this test order can be seen over here. So we have the order ID, then we have the currency of payment, then we have the created date, that at what date and time we have received this order. Then we will scroll down and we will find the total amount of the order. Then we have the details of the customer who placed the order. We have the first name, last name, address of the customer, email address, and the phone number. Then further we will scroll down and we will see other details like the items or the products which the customer has ordered. Let's have a look on them first. So we will scroll down and we will see the item as round neck black t-shirt. So this is the item. Now this means guys we have successfully received the details of the order which we have received just now on a WooCommerce store in Pabbly Connect. Now what we have to do, we have to send these same order details to Zoho Sheets so that we can maintain a record and add these new order details as a new row over there. Now to do so, we will just scroll down and come to our action window over here. And here in choose app, we will search for Zoho Sheets. Zoho Sheets it is, just select it. And then in action event from the drop down, select create row. Just click on connect and select add new connection. Now here guys, we have to connect our Zoho Sheets account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, just click on this connect with Zoho Sheets button and enter the domain of your Zoho Sheets account. So how you are going to get the domain? Just go to your Zoho Sheets account, just log in, and here you can see that the domain in the URL section. So my domain is zoho.com. So the domain of my Zoho account is zoho.com. So from the list over here, any one of these would be your domain of your Zoho account. Just enter it. I'll just enter my domain and click on save. Then after that, because I have already logged into my Zoho Sheets account in my browser, Pabbly Connect has detected the same account and it is asking us for the authorization permission. Just click on accept and now we will see that our Zoho Sheets account gets connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, the next thing it asks us is the workbook. So in the drop down below, we can see a list of all the workbooks which we have created in our Zoho Sheets account can be seen over here. So out of all of this, the workbook in which I have created or I want to add the details of my WooCommerce orders is named as WooCommerce Orders. So we will be selecting this workbook from the drop down. So this is it, WooCommerce Orders, just select it. After selecting our workbook, the next thing it asks us is the worksheet. So as you can see over here, I have only one sheet in this workbook and that is named as sheet 1. So that is why we will select sheet 1 over here. Now after selecting the sheet, we can see all the columns of data which we have created in our worksheet can be seen over here in Pabbly Connect as new field. Order ID, customer name, email, mobile number, product quantity, total amount, and order date and time. So we have created all of these columns in the sheet and we can see all of these columns over here in Pabbly Connect. So what we have to do, we have received the order details of new order from WooCommerce. And one by one, we have to basically send or map this same response, same data or same order details which we have received over here in these fields. And guys, we will be using the process of mapping to do so. So here it is a field of order ID and we have received the order ID over here. So what we are going to do, we are going to just map this same order ID in this field. And the process of mapping is very simple guys. Just simply click on this field and in the drop down below, you can see that all the responses which we have received from WooCommerce store of a new order can be seen over here. And out of all of these responses, select the response of order ID and it is mapped. It is that simple. Now after that, let's map the customer name. Just click here and from the drop down below, search for the response of customer name. This is the first name. Select it and it is mapped. Add a space to it and after adding the space, just select and map the last name. Then just follow the same process for other fields as well. So we'll just map the email address. This is email. Let's map the mobile number. This is it. Then let's add the product. So we have received the response of product. Let's search for it. Item. Okay, so this is the item name. Just select it and map it. Let's map the quantity. So let's search for the response of quantity. This is it. Select it and map it. The total amount. So we have the total amount of order. This is it. Map the total amount. And at last, order date and time. So date created. This is it. So after mapping all of these details, guys, of new order, just click on Save and Send Test Request. After clicking on Save and Send Test Request, we can see that we have received a response over here. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the order details which we have mapped over here, basically the details or the data of new order which you have received on our WooCommerce store is now added as a new row or created as a new row in our Zoho Sheets. So let's check it. We'll go to our Zoho Sheet. And yes, guys, here we can see that the same order details which we have received just now, the same order which we have placed just on the test order, the details of that order are now added as a new row in our Zoho Sheets. So we have the order ID, the name of the customer who placed the order, email, mobile number, the product, quantity, total amount, and order date and time. So guys, this is in mobile number. You can just see a simple 0. Because here I have made a mistake of adding all the zeros in this dummy mobile number. I should have entered some other mobile number, some other dummy number. But because I have added all the zeros and we have mapped that same value over here in this field, that's why in sheet we can see zeros over here. So we will be correcting it. And now after setting up this automation, after successfully setting up this automation, we will just test this automation once in real time. So once again, we'll go back to our WooCommerce store. And this time we will place some other product, an order for some other product. For example, this iron press. Let's click on this Add to Cart button. Scroll down, click on Proceed to Checkout. And at this checkout page, now we are going to change the name of the customer. For example, this is the name, dummy name. Let's change the email address as well and also the mobile number. So this is the mobile number. And let's not change the address over here. After that, just click on this Place Order button. And now we can see that we have just now received another order on our WooCommerce store. And as and when we receive this order, instantly, automatically the details of that order is added as a new row in our Zoho Sheets. So let's wait for a few seconds to this data to be added. And yes, within few seconds, we can see that we have the details of the same order over here in this sheet. So we have the order ID, the name of the customer who placed an order, dummy name, the same customer whose name we have entered while placing this test order once again. Then we have the email address and mobile number of the customer. We have the name of the product, quantity, total amount, and date and time of the order. This means, guys, the automation which we have created in this video is working perfectly fine. Now let's understand in brief. So first, to set up this automation, we have created a workflow in Pabbly Connect. And in this workflow, we have selected WooCommerce as our trigger application and new order created was our trigger event. Then after that, we have connected our WooCommerce store with Pabbly Connect using the webhook URL and received the details of the new order in Pabbly Connect. And after that, we have sent that same order details or the data to Zoho Sheets using Pabbly Connect so that we can add that data as a new row in Zoho Sheets. So not just these applications, guys, you can connect plenty of other applications using Pabbly Connect. And guys, one more important thing. You will find the clone link of the same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone this same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account. And also, Pabbly Connect offers you a forever free plan. And in this plan, you will get free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can do this for absolutely free into your own Pabbly Connect account.
If you need any kind of help or have any queries, you can ask them on forum.pabbly.com and you can check Pabbly Connect's pricing at this link. So if this video was helpful to you, you can like this video, don't forget to share it with others, and to keep getting such content on automation and integration, you can subscribe to Pabbly. Thank you, have a nice day.